Yes, sir.
Yes, next please. Yes, yes, yes. The definition of there are three groups of the gram-negative bacilli. Group number one, related to the GIT or the gastrointestinal tract. That is the biggest or the largest group of the facultative anaerobe in the human body. That are known as the Enterobacteria. Second group is gram-negative bacilli related with the respiratory tract. Third group of the gram-negative bacilli related with the zoonotic disease. Zoonotic disease means diseases which are transmitted from the animals to the human beings. So what are the examples of the gram-negative bacilli related to the respiratory tract? Yes, Bartella pertussis, Legionella pneumophila, and Haemophilus influenzae. What are the examples of the gram-negative bacilli which are associated with the zoonotic organism, Yersinia pestis, and another two of the organism, Brucellosis. Third group is of the gram-negative bacilli related with the GIT or the gastrointestinal tract. So I will elaborate the Enterobacteria means gram-negative bacilli related to the GIT with certain morphological and chemical characteristics. Enterobacteria are also known as coliform bacteria. They reside in the colon, so are known as the coliform bacteria. Yes, yes. All are facultative anaerobic organisms. All are glucose fermenters. All are oxidation negative. They reduce nitrate to nitrite as a part of energy generating process. They are the motile. All the enterobacteria are motile except two of the organisms, Shigella and Chlorophylla. These are the non-motile organisms. All the enterobacteria produce beta-lactamase except Salmonella typhi. हाँ ये बात याद करें. All the enterobacteria are motile except Shigella and Chlorophylla with a help of a type of the flagella that is known as the peritrichous flagella. There are two groups of the microorganism or the bacteria which possess the peritrichous flagella. One is the Enterobacteria except Shigella and Chlorophylla. Other one is the all the species of the Clostridium except Clostridium perfringens. Examples of the Enterobacteria: Salmonella, E. coli, Enterobacter, Citrobacter, Klebsiella, Proteus, Providentia, Yersinia, Serratia, Pectobacterium, Hafnia, Edwardsia, Marginae, yes. So how we will classify Enterobacteria further into the two or the three categories. Category number 1A, Enterobacteria would reside both within the colon and outside of the colon. The examples are E. coli and Salmonella. Second group, gram-negative bacilli, which primarily reside within the colon. Their examples are Shigella, Vibrio species, Campylobacter, and Helicobacter pylori. Vibrio species, there are three types of the Vibrio species: Vibrio cholera, Vibrio parahemolyticus, and Vibrio bullificus. Third group of gram-negative bacilli are the Enterobacteria which resides totally outside of the GIT, then they come inside. Klebsiella, Enterobacter, Serratia, Proteus, Providentia, Margella. Sometimes there comes in your theory papers classify the Enterobacteria according to the site of occurrence. Sometimes they ask interactive questions, namely bacteria which primarily reside within the colon, or the bacteria which both live within the colon and outside of the colon. And sometimes they ask a question, namely Enterobacteria or gram-negative bacteria related with the GIT which reside outside of the GIT. So this is the three types of the classification of the gram-negative bacilli from the site of occurrence. Let us differentiate between the E. coli and the Klebsiella. E. coli, it is a urease negative organism, while Klebsiella, it is a urease positive organism. Klebsiella is a VP test positive. VP test means it is a chemical test, culture test that is known as the Voges-Paraskar test positive, but E. coli are Voges-Paraskar test negative. E. coli are highly motile, while the Klebsiella are non-motile organisms. As I have already told you that in the whole of the Enterobacteria group, two of the bacteria are non-motile. Why? Because they do not contain a type of the flagella. One is the Klebsiella, other one is the Shigella. Klebsiella is a citrate positive organism, while the E. coli are the citrate negative organism. E. coli is an indole test positive organism. While there are four species of the Klebsiella, Klebsiella pneumonia, Klebsiella oxytoca, Klebsiella ozilia, Klebsiella rhinoscremator. All these species of the Klebsiella are indole test negative except Klebsiella oxytoca. Klebsiella, these are the sucrose fermenter organisms, while the E. coli are the delayed sucrose fermenter organisms. I have already told you that there are two of these species of the Carnivector dicteri. They are also known as the sucrose fermenter organism. One was the Mites, other one is the intermediate. Next, please. Yes. So today we will start the E. coli. Let us clear what is E. coli. It is named behind a scientist, Mr. Ischerish. First he saw this bacteria in the feces of the infant suffering from the diarrhea. Ischia, name of the scientist. This is a common bacteria of the colon. So these are also known as the coliform bacteria. So due to the Escherichia scientist, this bacteria is known as the Escherichia coli. And shortly we call them E. coli. E. coli is an example of the coliform bacteria. Why? Because one-third form of the colon is formed by these enterobacteria. All the parameters which resemble with the enterobacteria means कौन से parameter chemical parameter all are glucose fermenter, all are oxidase negative, all reduce nitrate to nitrate, all are motile Klebsiella and Shigella. All these parameters are positive in case of the E. coli. Electrofermental organism, it is important property which distinguish it from the other organism such as the Shigella, Salmonella. These are known as the non-lactose fermental organism or the NLF. Next please. Yes. E. coli. What are the dominant features of this E. coli? These E. coli are frequently associated with the neonatal meningitis and traveler's diarrhea. E. coli are the motile organism. Colony count in case of the E. coli above 4 per deciliter in municipal drinking water is indicative of the unacceptable water. Means this is one of the indicators for checking the water by the municipal. Most abundant facultative anaerobe in the colon in the fishes. I have already told you that Enterobacteria is the largest group of the facultative anaerobic organism in the colon or in the human body. Next, please. E. coli has got three types of the antigens. कौन से एंटीजेंस हैं? एंटीजन के फैक्टर से कौन से हैं? जैसे ओ एंटीजन, ये कहाँ प्रेजेंट होती है? इट इज प्रेजेंट इन दी सेल वॉल. It is known as the O or the cell wall antigen. H antigen, that is known as the flagellar antigen. This is the antigen which takes part in the motility. K are the capsular antigens. Why? Because some of the species of the Enterobacteria are capsulated organisms in which capsular antigens are the present. Next, please. There are various serotypes of the E. coli based on the antigen. जैसे O एंटीजेंस है जिसके 150 सीरोटाइप हैं, H एंटीजेंस हैं जिसके 50 सीरोटाइप हैं, K एंटीजेंस हैं जिसके 90 सीरोटाइप. Yes, yes. Diseases. What are the diseases which are associated with the E. coli? कौन सी ग्रह डिजीज है? आपको जो देखने आए सामने E. coli करा दी थी, UTI हो गया, यूरिनरी ट्रैक्ट इन्फेक्शन, नियोनेटल मेनिंजाइटिस हो गया, ट्रेवलर्स डायरिया हो गई, बिलटी डायरिया हो गई. That by the one of the species of the E. coli, enterohemorrhagic E. coli, which lead to a complication that is known as the urinary hemorrhagic syndrome. Gram-negative sepsis, which is characterized by the fever, hypotension, and the TIC. Food infections and peritonitis, especially in case of the intestinal obstruction. Next, please. There are 6 species of the E. coli, or there are 6 types of the E. coli. Enterotoxigenic E. coli, enteroinvasive E. coli, enterohemorrhagic E. coli, enteropathogenic E. coli, enteroaggregative E. coli, enteroadhesive E. coli. So there are 6 types of the subspecies of the E. coli which are associated with the different type of disease. बेटा वो कौन सी डिजीज है? ये जो 6 टाइप कराते हैं उनका डिस्कशन करेंगे. नेक्स्ट प्लीज. ये देखें इधर, enterotoxigenic E. coli. This species produces the enterotoxin, which is both heat labile and the heat stable. Infections occur usually through the contaminated food, through this enterotoxigenic E. coli. It produces a disease which is known as the traveler's diarrhea. The toxin involved in case of the traveler's diarrhea is the production of the enterotoxins. Next, please. Enteroinvasive E. coli. This species causes dysentery similar to the shigellosis, which is characterized by the fever and the colitis, with blood and mucus with many pus cells. This occurs due to the bacteria adhering and multiplying in the epithelial cells that lead to a dysentery-like disease, which resembles with the dysentery caused by the Shigella. Next, please. Enterohemorrhagic E. coli, उनका कोड है 0157. तो this causes the life-threatening lesion, hemorrhagic diarrhea, and it causes to a serious complication. It produces a serious complication, which is known as the uremic hemolytic syndrome, which leads to the renal failure. This lesion occurs due to the ingestion of the contaminated meat products, unpasteurized milk, and the dairy product. These are the three type of the sources which lead to a serious type of the complication associated with the disease. Also called as a zero toxin producing organism means enterohemorrhagic E. coli produces a toxin which is known as the zero toxin, which is very toxic to the zero cells of the cells in the culture media. So due to these cells in the culture media, these are known as the zero toxin producing organism. Next, please. Yes. Enteropathogenic E. coli. This species causes vomiting, fever, and the prolonged diarrhea in infants less than the 2 years. This occurs due to the bacteria adhering to the epithelial cells. Enteroaggregative E. coli. This species causes the chronic watery diarrhea and vomiting, mainly in the children due to the bacteria adhering to the tissue cells, often in the aggregates or the stakes. So due to the collection of the aggregates or the stakes, so this is known as the enteroaggregative E. coli. Next, please. Sixth one, diffuse adhesive E. coli. Its name is derived from the typical pattern of the adherence of these bacteria to the cells and the tissue culture. It is more pathogenic in children of preschool age group. Sometimes they ask a very dangerous BCQ, which one of the following species of the E. coli is associated with disease in children of preschool age group. So this one is the enteroadhesive E. coli, diffuse adhesive E. coli. Pathogenesis source of the infection, जैसे UTI, urinary tract infection, the source of the E. coli associated with the UTI patients or normal flora that colonizes the urogenital tract. Certain O serotypes, cellular antigens of E. coli, which cause UTI, these are characterized by the villi with adhesion proteins. These proteins bind with the receptors on the urinary tract epithelium. And third one, the binding site on these receptors consists of the dimers of the galactose sugar, who are known as the gall dimers. Two structural components of the E. coli capsule and the endotoxin play a main role in the pathogenesis of the systemic infections caused by the E. coli. A capsular polysaccharide interferes with the pathogenesis, thereby enhancing the ability of organism to cause infection in the various stages. E. coli strain, which is associated with neonatal meningitis, is K1 antigen. The endotoxin released from the cell was lipopolysaccharide, which causes several features of the gram-negative. Overall, the features of the gram-negative sepsis, septicemia, these are characterized as fever, hypotension, and nuclear. Neonatal meningitis is source of the E. coli, which lead to the neonatal meningitis in mother's birth canal at the time of parturition, at the time of the delivery, at the time of the birth of the baby. Next, please. Traveler's diarrhea. Infection occurred by the ingestion of the food and the water contaminated with the human feces. The toxin associated with the traveler's diarrhea is the enterotoxin. Mechanism. First step of this enterotoxin is the E. coli. Adherence of the organ cells of the jejunum and the ileum by means of the bloody diarrhea. Infection is acquired by ingestion of the undercooked meat. This region is caused by the enterohemorrhagic E. coli. Its serotype is 0157. I have already told you that this type of the species of the E. coli leads to a complication that is known as uric hemolytic syndrome. Next, please. Bloody diarrhea, yes. Next. Pathogenetic factors कौन से हैं to lead to the contribute to take part in the disease? Pili associated with antigen proteins, H2 endotoxins, 3 exotoxins, 2 associated with the watery diarrhea, and 1 associated with the biliary diarrhea, like hemorrhagic E. coli, and respiratory complication, pathogenic factor, uremic hemolytic syndrome. Laboratory diagnosis. Sample taking depends upon the site of the infection. If the E. coli involve the urinary tract, that we will take urine in case of the UTI. If a patient leads to the peritonitis or the sepsis, then we will take a pus in case of this type of journalism. CSF, if it leads to the neonatal meningitis, then we will take a CSF or the cerebrospinal fluid to find out the species associated with the neonatal meningitis. Thesis in case of the watery diarrhea, especially in case of the uremic hemolytic syndrome. We will take a blood for culture if Khuda na khasta patient is suffering from the gram-negative sepsis or the septicemia, which is the typical feature of the E. coli. ग्राम स्टैनिंग वन ऑफ दी क्या कहते हैं इसको स्ट्रांग टेस्ट और ट्रू टेस्ट प्रीवेल्ड थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड स्टिल बैक्टीरिया को डायग्नोज करने की दुनिया में जो इम्पॉर्टेंट टेस्ट है जान स्टैनिंग प्रोसीजर से जिसके लिए हम ग्राम स्टैनिंग करते हैं उसमें पता पड़ेगा कि अंदर ग्राम नेगेटिव बेसिल आते हैं वाई बिकॉज ई कोलाई इज एग्जांपल्स ऑफ द ग्राम नेगेटिव बेसिल। कल्चर करेंगे मेकांग आगार पे क्या देखेंगे लेक्टोज फर्मेंटर ऑर्गेनिज्म। ईएमबी आगार पे क्या देखेंगे ग्रीन शीन टाइप ऑफ ग्रोथ देखेंगे। किलेड आगार पे क्या देखेंगे येलो टाइप ऑफ दी कॉलोनी सिस्टीन लाइजिन इलेक्ट्रोलाइट डेफिशिएंट आगार। मोर्टलिटी टेस्ट करेंगे वाई बिकॉज ऑल द इंटेरोबैक्टीरिया आर मोटाइल एक्सेप्ट शिगेला एंड क्लेसिला। इंडोर टेस्ट करेंगे which is a specific test for the identification of the E. coli. तो इंडोर टेस्ट is positive. LDC टेस्ट करेंगे लाइजीन decarboxylate test which is positive. Fourth one, all the species are sorbitol fermenter chemical test करेंगे except enterohemorrhagic E. coli. These are the non-sorbitol fermenter. What is the interpretation of the enterobacteria on the TSI agar? TSI agar के बेटा दो पोर्शन होते हैं एक सिलांट पोर्शन ऊपर वाला बट पोर्शन नीचे वाला बॉटम वाला। अगर सिलांट नॉर्मली अल्कालाइन रिएक्शन होते हैं नॉर्मली अगर सिलांट एसिडिक हो जाए मतलब चेंज हो जाए ग्रोथ की वजह से बट चेंज हो जाए येलो हो जाए गैस पॉजिटिव हो H2S पॉजिटिव आ जाए तो कौन से बैक्टीरिया सस्पेंड करेंगे ग्रो हो गए ई कोलाई इंटेरोबैक्टर क्लेसिला। हाँ सिलांट अल्कलाइन हो जाए बट एसिडिक हो जाए नो गैस नो H2S पॉजिटिव means Shigella and there is a growth of the Shigella and Serratia. सिलांट अल्कलाइन हो बट एसिडिक हो गैस पॉजिटिव है H2S पॉजिटिव हो दो बैक्टीरिया ग्रो करेंगे सल्मोनेला एंड प्रोटोजोआ। हाँ सिलांट अल्कलाइन नॉर्मल हो बट नॉर्मल हो गैस न हो H2S न हो मीन्स देयर आर वन ऑफ नॉर्मली ग्रोथ ऑफ pseudomonas, but at the side of the bottom there will be cracks in the butt portion of the this TSI agar due to the growth of the pseudomonas. Next time we will discuss the electrical.